What's up, everybody? So, good news. Bad news, but bad news is good news, I guess, because I got money coming. Somebody came over to look at the motor, so it's kind of, I don't want to say it because I told him I had a Facebook, but let's just say he was over friendly gentleman. I'll put it that way. He'll like the way I said that. But I actually liked the guy. He was a good dude. He had a good heart. Just a little flirtatious, that's all. But in a good way, he wasn't overwhelming, I guess, I enjoyed the conversation. Plus, he's bringing me money. So, a lot of it. $900 is a lot of it. So, and I get to keep the transmission, the diff, and the transfer case. So, it's got me thinking I might keep the truck. I don't know. We'll see. I need that money, though. I need that 900. So, that kid didn't show up with the $100 yet. So, I had that feeling, kind of. I told him, hopefully I didn't stick it in the truck for no reason. Nobody really said anything or asked about it yet. So, it doesn't really matter that it's in the truck. But I packed everything else up, put everything in the house. So, yeah, I'm hungry, man. So I have that dollar and that 50-cent piece, and I have that change from yesterday. I have like $3. I'm about to head to the dollar store or McDonald's. I got some points. I'm at McDonald's. I might stop at McDonald's. I think if I buy something, I'll have over 1,500 points. I might be able to get me a fucking one of those free vanilla cones. That's what I like to get with it a lot. I always use my free points for the ice cream. That's what I do. I don't know. It's just what I do, I guess. Sometimes I'll get a hamburger, or other things, but I always end up using my points for the ice cream. I never get my points saved up for more than like 3,500 points. After that, I always end up cashing them out for ice cream. I love the little vanilla cones, man. I'm addicted to those things. And listen, if you travel like I do, there's 2 things you need to know. So, water. Number 1 thing with water. The most consistent water you'll find around the world is Dasani. And the reason why is because Coca-Cola makes Dasani water. And Coca-Cola is the only company that has reached, like all places of the world. So, there's other, obviously there's other water too, But from my experience, Dasani is the most consistent, It's always the same. It's probably the best water because a lot of these countries you can't drink the water, man. You can't drink from the tap. You can't. Listen, you can't. You get sick. Like Asians and stuff, they don't drink from the tap water. They'll freak out. They those little kegs and stuff. That's what they use. Those, the kegs you flip over, like the Aquapour ones and stuff. They $1 million business over there. Millions and millions and millions of dollars they spend on all of that shit. They have companies that just deliver them 2-3 times a week at your house, and that's what's in your house. It's different over there. They don't even have washers and stuff. They dry their clothes. They don't have dryers. They have washers, but they don't have dryers because it's bad. They believe too much heat is bad for your zen. I don't know. You go look it up. You go look all this stuff up anyway. So But you experience it when you travel. But Dasani is definitely the best water. Consistent. And I ain't gonna lie, McDonald's probably the most consistent as well. McDonald's brings a lot of comfort, when I'm traveling. When I grew up, my grandma used to take me to My Polish grandma used to take me to McDonald's all the time, so it's really like comfort food for me, She'd always it's funny how the news does things to people, man, because seeing an episode saying that deep fried food was bad for you, so she would like pull the skin off the chicken nuggets, and that's like the best part, you know. I'd get so mad. She stopped. That's how mad I get. She finally stopped. Stupid, you know. But yeah, I always get the chicken nuggets and the honey, so I think that's where I might go. They usually have the 2 for $3, you know, two for, you know, $3 menu or whatever. You know, I get 2 items, and then if I get enough points, I think I have enough points for an ice cream, so I get, you know, basically get a double. I'll probably end up getting a double cheeseburger, a 4-piece chicken nugget with some honey, and possibly an ice cream cone. I don't know, I gotta see. But yeah, I'm walking because my bike is gone. No bike. But I might have a bike tomorrow. As long as this guy brings me this money when I get back to the house. I'm gonna go back to the house. I'm gonna start breaking down the bolts, you know. So the trans bolts, I'm gonna pull all the trans bolts off the motor. And then I gotta get to the torque bolts. But I might wait to do that till tomorrow, because guy's gonna bring a cherry picker. And there's a bottom plate that's underneath. You gotta take these bolts out and then drop it, and then that's how you get to the torque converter, so you can separate the, you know, it's like a sandwich, you know, you separate the trans from the motor. So I relisted the, you know, I basically listed the trans, the diff, and the transfer case for $1,500. So, you know, no, I listed it for $1,000. I listed it for $1,000. So, and just said that I sold the motor. So it's probably a little early, you know, but I've been doing this a long time, you know. I've been doing this a long time. That guy's gonna be here tomorrow, and I know what I got too. So, you know, I made a video, you know, it's that time of the year too, so that's why I've been holding out, you know. You know, I could have left like a month ago, you know. I got almost $80,000. I got 76 grand saved up. You know, I could have took off and just stuck everything in a storage, you know, but then I would have been, you know, short on the money for the boat, and I've been having a hard time leaving anyways, man. It's killing me leaving this house. So, you know, it's just one of those things. It's tough, you know. Situation can get to you, you know. You let it play over in your head, and it eats you up. And then you start second guessing, and, you know, and all those what ifs and stuff. That's why I stay in the Word so much, man. That's why I can't wait to go get this food. And really, I don't even really want to go work on this truck. I want to go spend time with God. I'd rather go spend time with God, but God knows I gotta make money, man. It's Monday, you know, even though it's Memorial Day, but my schedule's different than most people, man. I don't work a 9 to 5. I don't have time like that to take off, man. The only time I get off is Saturday. I work 24/7, 7 days a week, man. Most of the time, even Saturdays, I'm working for the Lord. I just don't work anything. I just don't do anything for self-gain, for self-profit. That's all. That's the only difference. That's the only thing I do on Saturday. Sabbath, I don't do anything for profit, period. Nothing for self-profit. So that means, like, you know, anybody that works in the medical industry, or anybody that works, you know, in the food industry, you know, where they got to provide, you know, feed the mentally ill, or, you know, the elderly, you know, or, you know, children, that type of thing. But anyone else, if they own like a business, and it's a business that you know is ran, you know, to make money off of people, you know, it's a service, or, you know, that's entertainment wise, or, you know, it's whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You're not supposed to do it. That's a no-no. No, that's bad. You're defiling the Sabbath because you're taking advantage of people and making a profit off of them when all this stuff was given to you by grace. God never wanted this stuff to be sold in the first place. That's pure evil, just so you know. We'll get into topics about that and stuff. I'll touch on it with scripture and all that, what I'm talking about, or what I mean by it. How you doing today? Good. So yeah, I'll talk about all that stuff, Can't wait to get to McDonald's. That's probably where I'm going, because if I go to the dollar store, I pretty much need $5. It's actually cheaper for me to go. I get more food for the most part if I go to McDonald's, and it'll be hot. So that's what I'm doing. Plus, it's a McDonald's that I kind of grew up at. I'm not going to be coming back here. My grandma used to take me to this McDonald's, and it used to have a play place in it, and now it's got this computer and shit in it, which I think is stupid. I mean, not in a way, but it is, I found, actually, it's funny, is there's actually a play place in the McDonald's in the hood over here in Detroit at fucking Livernois and Grand River. That surprised me. I haven't seen one in a long time. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited to go to this McDonald's. Just to see, it reminds me of my grandma. The reason why is because half the reason why I moved back to this area too, though, was my uncle's owned a shop over here. I had a video of it when I was riding around the hood, my old neighborhood. Some other people own it now, but the shop was right down the street. So, like, before I even moved to this neighborhood, before I even knew what this neighborhood was about, fully, my in my teenage years when I moved over here, I was coming over here before that, and not like to come to the neighborhood, but I always came to that McDonald's with my grandma, because my grandma would take me to the shop that my real dad and my two uncles, my grandma, my whole family kind of like chipped in on it, when they came over here from Poland. And they first chipped in on a restaurant, and they all ran a Polish restaurant, which I guess it was successful. But the family, I guess, got into an argument or something, and they kind of split ways, I guess. And, the family sold the restaurant, and, they partied, they split the money. They went that way, my side, went the other way, which they own the duplex home in Dearborn, which I'm trying to get. I want to own it. I don't want it to go. I'm trying to buy it from them. But the situation that they did to me, what they did to me, it was disrespectful, and I got forgiven them, but I don't want them around me, because I'm not going to keep on forgiving and allowing you to do stuff like that in my life, because then it's just my fault, it's my problem. It becomes my problem. It's stupid. So, yeah, I'm almost to the McDonald's, which I just got a message. I don't want to every time I flip up, sometimes this camera is stupid, this phone's stupid. It'll close out of the camera, and the video will stop, and then I'll feel like I won't edit the video. I'm serious, I won't edit the video. I'll just delete the video and start all over again. That's how I am. That's just how I am. I won't do it. I don't know what to say. Just how I am, Should have brought the gimbal, but you know why I don't really use the gimbal? Every time it's not that I'm conscious of it, I care what people think, but holding the phone like this is more discreet. People kind of get angry. They do. People get upset with you real quick, and I don't know, it can be frustrating. It can be. Oh yeah, I keep on, it's nothing. I always get these messages. I just kind of, if I go down just a little bit, I can see it. Sometimes, you know, without the camera app closing out. Stupid, but I downloaded that Albert app for, you know, banking apps. I really like trying NerdWallet. Like, I like NerdWallet. NerdWallet's really good. I recommend NerdWallet. You know, there's a few other of them, others that I like, which I'll be going over. Once I get, the thing is, it's really hard right now to get everything in order and show you guys what it is that I know, what it is that I want to show you guys, because I'm not on the road yet, you know. I got to get back on the road, and I got to sell my stuff to do so. So I was really planning on settling down here, you know, in Michigan, back at my house, you know, back at home where I'm from, but it's not what God wants, you know. It's time for me to go. Time for Retro to get back on the move, man. I gotta get out there, man. That's what I was born to do. It's what I'm free, and that's why another reason why I proposed to Margarita, because she's a free spirit. She doesn't stay in one place, and that's what I like about her. She's like me. She wants to travel. She wants to get around. I can't do that. I can settle down, but settle down doesn't mean I have to settle down in a house and be miserable. No, you can travel. You only live once. You just have to learn how to do it. You gotta learn how to sacrifice and learn what's important in life, what matters. And then just keep those values and keep what matters in your life and get rid of everything else, and you're good. That's a promise. That's a Jesus promise. That's facts. I'm gonna go get me some grub, you hear me? Y'all should go get some grub too, man. I'll see y'all later, alright? Take care, God bless.